Hi everyone, it's Pebbles and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my decluttering video of my palettes. So in here I have basically eyeshadow palettes. There are a couple of highlighting palettes and blush palettes that I forgot to put in my blush decluttering video that are in this in these two baskets. So I'm not probably going to be purging a lot of these palettes because honestly, I love my palettes and they're expensive and I like the variety that they offer me by having these kind of palettes. And yeah, so basically this is going to be a mini purge and an overview of what I have. So if you're interested in checking out this video, please stay tuned. Okay, so let's get right into it. The first palette I'm going to share with you is this limited edition Too Faced palette from Sephora. This was a collaboration with Sephora and Too Faced, and it was in 2013 that this came out. And I love this palette. I got this as a gift from Etu and You, which is Meredith. If any of you have not checked out her channel, please head over there and check her out. I love these colors. There's some really nice summer fun colors. There's some neutral colors. There's some great highlighter and transition colors. You have the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, the Sunny Bunny bronzer, and this Who's Your Poppy blush. And then a mini brush that I don't really use. And then, of course, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which actually I do need to start using that. So I like this. It's a great palette because you do have the blush and the bronzers and pretty much full face palette, and you can travel nicely with this as well because it is a nice tin. So I'm definitely going to keep that. The next palette is also from Too Faced, and it's my Chocolate Bar palette. I love this palette, and you know what? I just love the colors in here. They're so versatile. And now I know that they have the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette, but the semi-sweet bar, whatever. I'm not interested in that one, but I really love these. I like the warm colors and definitely am enjoying this palette. So definitely going to be keeping that one. The next one is from Tarte, and I just got this before Christmas. It's my Tartelette palette. These are all matte. This is an absolute gem of a palette. Highly recommend this if you're looking for a really good matte palette. These shadows perform beautifully, and I absolutely love this. Another matte palette that I have is my Balm, and it's Meet Matte Nude. This one here is a really nice palette as well. Look at the size of these shadows. So these are great. They perform nicely as well. And look at how much shadow you get with this palette. So definitely keeping that one as well. These two are really nice. I like the Tartelette palette better. I think it performs a lot better than this one, but both very nice. The next ones are my Urban Decay palettes. So I have 1, 2, and 3. I have all 3 of them. And number 1 is the one that I am trying to hit pan on. This is my project palette, whatever that project is. This is my goal, is to finish this palette in 2015 because this is my oldest palette. I think this might have been my very first palette of high-end makeup that I ever did purchase. So it is my goal to try to finish this one, but absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite palettes. And then of course you've got your Naked 2, which are more of the cool tone colors. I very rarely reach for this, but I like, again, to have that versatility of having the grays and the cooler tone colors. And then this one here is the number 3, which I absolutely love, all those rose gold colors. This is one of my absolute favorite palettes as well. So keeping all of the Urban Decay palettes. Now this palette I did not show when I did my purging of my blushes, but I just got this this year in 2014, and this is the limited edition Tarte blush palette. Absolutely love these. They are just absolutely beautiful. Look at the size blush that you get. I'm not a big fan of how bulky this container is, but the blushes are amazing. So keeping that one. I have this here is not really a palette, but it is. These are all my MAC blushes, my single shadows. So I have this palette here that I created myself, and I will be keeping every single one of my MAC shadows because these are pretty much my favorite shadows. I have the Urban Decay Vice palette. This is the original one, and here are all the colors here. I'm not going to give this away. I absolutely love this as well. I don't reach for this as often because some of these colors I have a hard time wearing. Like, you know, there's some certain colors I really don't gravitate towards, but this was an expensive palette. I think it was like 70 bucks, and I'm not giving this up because I like, again, to have that versatility in case I do want these kind of shadows. I have them available to me. So we'll be keeping this one as well. I did not get the Vice 2 palette, but I did purchase this year the Vice 3, and I used my Shoppers Drug Mart points. Love this, and I need to show this more love because these colors are amazing. Look at this. Absolutely love these colors, especially these colors. Like, these are pretty much your Marsala colors, I would say. No? Wouldn't you think that these are kind of like the Marsala colors of the year? These are more wearable to me than the other Vice palette, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, I will be using that and not giving that away either. Next palette is the Patty Dubroff Spotlight palette, and I picked this up. This is a really nice palette. I picked this up at a store here in my area, and I really love these colors. This is a really nice palette. It's got some really nice workable colors. It's got a couple of mattes up here. This is a matte, the Mystic and Cashmere. It's got darker colors for liners. You can create some really beautiful looks with this palette, and I was very impressed with it. So yeah, this is fairly new to me. I purchased this last year. This is a trio. I should have put this with my eyeshadows, but I just got this, and this is my Makeup Forever. This is their new formulation. So I picked up these three. Of course, I picked up neutral colors. These absolutely perform beautifully, and I'm very happy with these. So yeah, if you want a review on this, let me know. My Kat Von D Monarch palette. This is gorgeous. If you haven't picked up a Kat Von D palette, I highly recommend them because her colors are so pigmented. They're just so beautiful. Absolutely love them. And the colors, they just perform so beautifully. So keeping that one as well. My other Kat Von D, this was limited edition in 2013. Love the artwork on this. Her colors in here are really pretty. I don't reach for this palette as often as I should. I need to show it more love. Again, there's some colors in here that I don't gravitate towards, like this blue and stuff, but you know what? I need to show it more love, and this was not a cheap palette, so I'm keeping that. The next ones are my Z palette, and here I have some MAC, and these are all my new Makeup Geek shadows, which I purchased because everybody here on YouTube was ranting and raving about these eyeshadows. And I'm going to have to say I'm a little disappointed. Like, you know, I was expecting, maybe because of the hype of these shadows, I was expecting them to be a lot better than they are. But these shadows, they do not last on my lids. I have tried primers. I have tried base color, like cream base on it before. They initially go on nice and blend nice. They're not powdery and stuff. And they say that they're better than MAC, and I think the ingredients are better than MAC. But I got to tell you, I'm going to still play with them, but I want to do a review on these Makeup Geek versus Makeup Forever versus ColourPop. So I'm still, before I can formulate a opinion, my initial opinion is that they're not the hype that everybody is saying they are. And maybe I'm wrong. So I'm going to give them a little bit more love. Here's some more MAC and some Annabelle. So love my Z palette. This is another palette that I just got. I got this for Christmas from my boyfriend for 2014. Love this Too Faced palette. Look at how beautiful the colors are. You get your blushes and your bronzers. I actually purchased one of these for my niece for Christmas as well. These are wonderful, and I love this palette, and it's the Everything Nice palette. It was limited edition for Christmas. If you were able to pick it up, congratulations, because this is a beautiful palette. All right, so far I haven't purged anything, have I? Okay, here we go. Next on the list. So here we have a BH Cosmetic Forever Nude. It's a Sculpt and Glow palette. This absolutely is it's perfect. You get the blush, you get the bronzer, the sculptor. Like you can sculpt with these two, and then you've got your yellowish highlight and more of a you know, shimmery highlight. This really is nice, and it's very inexpensive. I think that I paid $9.99 for this palette, and you know, for the price, it really does work nicely. So keeping that, I just bought that not too long ago. The Nude from the Balm. This is this palette here. Great neutrals in here. Really cute names. I think that this is one of those palettes that, you know, works really well. You've got a lot of versatile colors here. You can make some nice looks with it, and I enjoy it because it's more of a neutral palette, and I kind of go towards those. The Lorac Pro palette, again, a really nice palette. I am not interested in the Pro 2 because it's more cool tone. I gravitate more towards the warm tone colors, so I'm definitely keeping this. I just picked this one up. Oh my God, this was an indulgence, but I love it. Look at this. You get the Laguna bronzer and then 4 blushes. This was $70, I think, in Canada, but these blushes, I know they look small, but these are almost the same size as you get as much product, because look how deep it is, as you would for your full size NARS blushes, but you're getting 4 of them, and this is the highlighter. This is worth your money. If you're into NARS, you get like this is a full size bronzer, and then you get your 4. I think you get actually more bronzer in this one than when you purchase a full size one, and then you get your 4 blushes. This is worth the investment. Love this, and I think this is limited edition, but if you're a NARS girl, you're gonna like this. Okay, so let's get into these here. What do we got here? Okay, so I got this palette. It's a Bare Minerals palette. I got this as in my swap with Petite Pear. And you know what? I am very pleased with the performance of Bare Minerals. I had never had a Bare Minerals palette before. And this one is it's called the Star Treatment. Look at these colors. Look at that rose gold. I absolutely love this palette. You can see I've shown it some love. This is a great palette to travel with because it's small and it's got some really beautiful colors, and yeah, you can create tons of looks with this. Love it. Thank you, Leslie, for this, because I will definitely be purchasing more Bare Minerals. This is the NARS palette in The Happening, and I got this as a gift from Meredith from Et2 and You when we did our swap. Again, I love NARS. You've got your Laguna, you've got your Orgasm, and then your 4 shadows here. This is another great one to travel with because you get your bronzer, your blush, and your shadows. The shadows I find in this palette are not long wearing, but they'll do the job when you're traveling. So absolutely love this. This is a great little palette. This other one here is Too Faced Boudoir Eyes. This is a great palette as well. Again, you've got your pinkies, your neutrals. This is a really nice one to travel with as well because it's a nice size. This is a Lorac palette that I've had for years, and it's called Red Carpet Reveal. And this one here is really pretty. You get a mini blush and then 3 shadows. Again, this is another one that is great for travel. Continuing on, this is my Sleek palette I got from Leslie. This is the Storm palette. Again, this is a gorgeous palette. A lot of neutrals. You got some nice, beautiful blues. You got a gorgeous green in there. You've got some mattes for transition. These Sleek shadows really perform well. If you have not tried Sleek, I would recommend them. I'm contemplating getting another couple of their palettes. Absolutely love this palette. these palettes are well worth it. I think this was like, I think they're like $14.99, something like that, $12.99 for the palettes, which are very affordable. I have the Urban Decay Oz palette. Love this palette. Great colors. You got some greens, you've got some gold, you've got your neutrals. These are beautiful. I love the tin, and Wizard of Oz is one of my favorite movies. So absolutely love that one. I do have the Hourglass. Is this the ambient or the blush? This is the 3 blushes. Again, I should have put this in my blush video, but it was with my palettes. So these are really nice. They're more soft, muted blushes. They're not very vibrant, but they give you this really pretty, soft, romantic look, which I absolutely like. Because sometimes you don't want something really too pigmented, but these, I feel that they're just light enough to give you that nice soft look. And then I also have my ambient light one, which, you know what, it should go into my highlighters and stuff. But this one, these here, they are nice, but they do not, you're not going to get a shimmer. They're more natural, to be honest with you. You're going to get more of a just natural look. I use them primarily to like set my concealer. And then if I'm not really feeling too shimmery, like I don't want too much of a shimmer, I will put them on my cheeks as a highlighter. But it's very natural. It's not shimmery. It's just kind of iridescent. The Naked Basics, this is a great one to have because you get all of these nice matte colors, great transition colors. Love this. I did not pick Naked 2 up. I don't know if I really need the Naked 2, so I haven't gone out yet to pick those up. These 2 I got as a gift with purchase when from Shoppers Drug Mart. And I think I've only swatched these. I haven't even actually worn them. But this one here, what's this called? This is called the Dangerous palette. And that's these colors right here. And you know, you get this gorgeous blue, green, purple. You've got your grays. So this is a nice one if you're going to create like a smoky eye look. I have not used it yet, but I'm going to keep it because you just never know when you need it. And then this one here is the Fun palette. So this one here has more of the brighter colors. Fishnet, which I do have a single of Fishnet, Stray Dog, Freak Show, Sellout, Deep End, and Maui Wowie. So these are really nice, and I like them, so I'm going to keep those. So now we have the Wet n Wild palettes. These are great palettes as well. They're very affordable. They perform beautifully. I've got the Petal Pusher. Very rarely use this, but it's got some really nice purples. I've got the Comfort Zone, which I think everybody here on YouTube has. This one I picked up last year, the Urban Jungle. I really like the greens in there. And then the blue had me at Hello, which are great blues shadows to have in your collection. Then I have 2 Starlook palettes. This one here was the last one that I received before I canceled my subscription, and I really like that they have the more neutral colors, so I need to play with this a little bit more. I love the colors. Like, they've got some really nice plum colors. You've got your neutral browns, so I need to play more with that one. And then I have this one here, which was my first palette that I got from them, and this has more of the brighter colors. And I think I'm going to yeah, I think this one here I'm going to donate. Yeah, because I never reach for these. So this one here is going to be given away. I have this one, the Shady Lady by The Balm. I never reach for this. I used to use it, but honestly, I just don't reach for it. So I am going to give this away as well. It's got a really nice brown. This one's like a dupe, I would say, for the NARS Galapagos. You've got this one here, Jet Setting, which has like, it pulls a little gold in there. You've got a gray, a deeper gray. You've got a nice blue. Like, they're very pigmented. You've got a nice green. But I just don't reach for this. This is my least loved palette. So honestly, I'd rather give this to someone that will use the colors. So I'm getting rid of that one. And then the last one is my Urban Decay. I think this is, I can't remember what this is called, Revolver or something. But this one here has a lot of glitter. You got Smog, Mildew, Oil Slick, Last Call, Chopper, Sin, Grifter, Polyester Bride, Shattered, and Maui Wowie. So I'm going to be also getting rid of this one because I don't use this palette whatsoever. Okay, so these are the 2 bins that I'm going to keep. These are all the palettes that I'm definitely keeping because I use them or I love them and I like the colors. These 3 palettes here are the ones that I am going to be putting in my Pass It Along palettes, Pass It Along bin. So we've got the Star Looks, we have the Balm, Shady Lady, and we have the Urban Decay. So that is my decluttering video of my palettes. I hope you enjoyed this segment, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Take care and have a beautiful day. Ciao for now.